Hey guys, it's LEGO Boys E3. Today I'm going to figure out what happens when you put magnets in a GuanLong. But before we do that, it is time for a quick unboxing. I'm actually going to be opening up the GuanLong that I'm going to be using for this mod. So let's just get our scissors out and open up this package. So I got this from the Cubicle. The shipping time was actually the best that I've ever seen from them. I ordered it on Sunday afternoon, and it came here now on Wednesday afternoon. So that's really, really good. Just a couple days. And so as you see here, I actually got 4 GuanLongs. I basically just kept putting them in my cart until I got up to $10. I also have a couple of other things inside of here. But yeah, they're really cheap right now because of their Black Friday sale, so I would go check them out. I also got a couple of replacement stickers that I kind of messed up on my main cube, and business card and receipt. So there is the package. Now it's time to get into one of these GuanLongs to mod. So what we're going to do is we're going to be putting magnets, of course, in it, just like all my other magnetic cubes. I'm also going to be setting it up with lubricant and stuff in all the centers and the pieces and stuff. But it is actually going to be pretty tricky to put the magnets inside of this puzzle. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put a magnet just in this half of the edge piece. And then I'll take out a corner piece and kind of take this part out. And then I'll put it up next to the edge piece. That'll be easy enough. And glue the magnets next to it. I can actually do it with 2 of them there and there. But then for the other half, where the cap is, it's going to be kind of difficult. So I've actually made myself a couple of special pieces to make it easier. So basically what I'll do is I'll have a magnet in this edge piece that's in place correctly. And then I'll take this part of a corner piece, and so it's kind of just like broken off. And then I'll put the cap that I want to put the magnet on inside of it. And then I'll line the 2 up together. And then I can line up the magnet in there. And then I'll have a magnet on the cap. That way it'll just be nice and aligned in the way that I like it. And for the edge piece, it'll be a little bit tricky too to get it on this half of the edge piece. So I'll put it onto this little cutout piece of an edge. And then I'll stick that next to the corner with the magnet in it. And then I'll glue it on from there. So basically, if you didn't quite understand that, I have these 2 little pieces and they're going to be helping me to put the magnets in the right places. It's kind of confusing, but it'll work. And here we go. So this is actually a really interesting cube now. You can see, of course, it has magnets in it. Really cool. The silk that I put in it made it really, really smooth and fast, just like any cube that you put silk in. And so it gives it a really cool feel because it's so fast, but it's also really stable because of the magnets, just kind of clicks into place. You can definitely feel the magnets quite a bit. Even more so than on my Volks, even the stickerless one. So yeah, like normal, it's not that noticeable while you're turning fast, but when you're like finishing off an algorithm, just kind of doing a couple turns like that, it's very noticeable, and it just kind of clicks into place just like you would want it to with a magnet. And yeah, it feels very similar to my Volks, except obviously it's not quite as good of a cube. The main thing that I think would prevent most people from using this as a main is just the general low performance of it. So it does corner cut a little bit, like close to 45, sometimes. And it does a little bit reverse, but really not as much as a normal Speedcube does normally these days. And just in general, as you're turning it, it just tends to lock up a little bit more. I could probably loosen it and make it a little bit better, but in general, the performance just isn't that great. Still though, it is really good for a cube that costs less than $3, and the magnets only cost just over $1. So this is basically a $4 Speedcube with magnets. And yeah, it's just kind of fun to solve, fun to mess around with. Obviously, it's not every day that you see a budget cube that has all these crazy mods done to it. Lubed super well with lubrical silk and stuff, and of course, with magnets in it. So yeah, it's just a pretty fun cube. pretty fun to make and pretty interesting turning wise. I don't know why I'm doing the cross like that, but yeah. So that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.